A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. We're having ourselves a pretty good day today. Terry Henne along with Jonathan Dent here at Radio Center. John, absolutely beautiful sun after kind of a foggy start to a few spots. What are we looking at temperature-wise right now?
Well, right now out at the airport, they've got 71. Over in Midland, they're at 74. Here at Radio Center, we've got a nice 72. And yeah, we did have kind of a foggy start. Is that due to the rains that we had over the weekend?
Yeah, this time of the year is fog season for the most part. I mean, we do have a transition going on. The water out in Lake Huron is right around 70, 71 degrees. Saginaw Bay, it's usually a little bit warmer than that. So you have some cooler air, some northeast breeze, and that usually generates a little bit of fog. And we did have plenty of that northeast breeze as we move through the weekend, along with the clouds. Kind of a dreary weekend after it started off Saturday morning, not too bad. Our temperatures, for the most part, worked their way up pretty good. We were in the 80s on Saturday, low 80s on Sunday once the sun came out, a little bit later in the day on Sunday. But some folks did get some much needed precipitation. Whatever rain we did get, for the most part, didn't just, pour. Here, off, dancing around a little bit. Still, that spotty trend when it came to moisture amounts. We're looking at a tenth of an inch, 2/10 of an inch, maybe 3. And then you hear about a few spots where they did get over an inch of rain. And then down in southeast Michigan, as that system moved away, it does appear as though it lingered along the Lake Huron shore, even this morning, but more so yesterday morning, right along the Lake Huron shore, Harbor Beach, Port Austin, Port Hope, down through Port Huron. They did have rain shower activity Sunday morning, but then all of that moved off. The low pressure system finally moved into New York State. And we came under the influence of a high pressure system. So that's where we're at right now. I think we've got, like a north or a northeast or northwest wind right now, John?
Yeah, just a light northwest breeze. We've got 6 miles per hour here. Not a whole lot of activity where that's concerned.
No. And we're looking at our temperatures warming up, more than likely above average as we roll through the week. Very little chance of any precipitation. Matter of fact, I think we're taking the spotty shower activity out of the forecast now as we move through a good part of the work week this week. I got a funny feeling, maybe by maybe Thursday, we could see a shower around. But Friday looks like it's going to be pretty decent. Saturday and Sunday, I think, is going to be a pretty nice weekend. And all the way through this period, we're looking at temperatures in the low 80s. And we're not really looking at a lot of wind speed either. So if you've got some outdoor activity that involves spraying or anything like that, you shouldn't have the wind to contend with. But it is going to be coming out of the north and out of the northwest. Now, long range outlook, and we're moving into the Labor Day weekend now. We're looking at our temperatures to average above normal for this time of the year. Precipitation pattern to be average. So we're not looking at any major storms right now affecting our weather for pretty much the rest of the month of August and the first few days of September. But there still are a number of areas that do need precipitation. And when the crop progress report comes out later this afternoon, we'll get a little bit better read as to topsoil moisture and subsoil moisture where we're at right now. But by and large, subsoil moisture is quite deficient, and we're still in a slight to moderate drought pattern for much of the Great Lakes Bay area. It's west side of the state and southern Michigan that are pretty well situated. They're not going to have to worry about too much. Record high in this state, incidentally, is 97, and that was set back in the 30s, 1936. Very hot decade, and it rolled right up and through the end of August. Continued very hot weather. Record low on this date is 39. That was set back in 1923. And for a lot of folks, the memories linger. Once you rolled into the beginning of the school year, which was usually those first few days before Labor Day, for some strange reason, you didn't have any air conditioning and it was hotter than blazes out there. So we are looking for those temperatures to rev up a little bit as we approach the last few days of August. So the kids are going to be a little warm in the classrooms again this year.
It's tradition. You don't mess with tradition.
Nope, you don't. just dress accordingly, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. We've got Gary Kaufman standing by over at Star of the West. We'll find out how the markets are taking off here on the last full week of trading in the month of August. All of that coming up. But first of all, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the Corn Marketing Board of Michigan. Between the Rows Tour begins tonight, and it'll go all the way through Thursday, September the 1st at a number of different farm locations. First stop is down in the Bancroft area. That's at the Durling and J.B. Blight Farms in Bancroft. Coming up on Wednesday, finally in our broadcast area, it'll be in Ithaca over at the Chafin Farms on West St. Charles Road. Again, all of these begin at 6. There is a catered dinner involved with input marketing updates, grain marketing updates, and a look at the results of the corn marketing program's statewide yield checks. And there is one RUP credit available at each event. So the Between the Rows Tour kicking off tonight in our area, in particular, our broadcast area, Ithaca. That's on Wednesday, Beaverton on Thursday, and then next week over in Sandusky on Monday, Port Austin on Tuesday, and Shelbyville on Thursday. Wednesday will be Waldron, Michigan. We say good morning to Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. Gary, how's it going?
Hey, good morning there, Jerry. Doing well, thank you.
Hey, not too bad of a weekend. Did you get a little rest in between those rain showers?
Well, there's always stuff to do indoors regardless, Jerry. You know that.
Yep, I know. I know. Once you put the knife and fork and spoon down, then you got to pay.
Yeah, for sure.
There it is. So what are we looking at starting the week off?
Well, we got positives across the board here this morning, Terry. Currently, we have cash wheat up 18 at 741 on the white, 691 on the red. New crop for 2023 is up 15 at 793 on the white, 743 on the red. Cash corn up 3 at 619. New crop is up 2 at 570. Cash soybeans currently up 21 at 1515, and new crop also up 21 at 1360.
Are we going to be able to hang on to this, or what? What do you think?
Well, I think the wheat was overdone last week. We look. There's a tough week in the wheat arena last week. It was down about 53 cents. Of course, beans were down 50 last week. Corn was only down 13. But the Pro Farmers Tour is going on this week, so that'll give us some market direction as we move through the week, as we'll get daily updates from those folks, and then. We're watching the economic news out of China, which isn't good. So there's your berry side of the things. But weather is always on the forefront of traders' minds. So those are just a few of the market movers that we're going to watch, and we'll see how we progress. But hopefully we can hold on to them. So
you keep an eye on it.
I'll do my best, Terry.
All right. Gary Kaufman, always good to talk. Have a good day, okay?
You too. Thanks, Terry.
Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. John, who's next on the agenda?
Next up, as per usual, to start off our week here, we've got Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Market report today brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. Are you ready to upgrade to a new Ram truck for your family farm? Now is the time to order your new Ram 1500, 2500, or 3500. So you should see the folks at Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, the Great Lakes Bay's certified ag dealer. They specialize in all models of new Ram commercial trucks and vans, and ordering is the way to go. You can buy with confidence from Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth. They've been around since 1852, where family and service sells cars. And by the folks at Thumb Bank. They've been serving agriculture for over 125 years. They've got 2 locations in Bay City, also Cass City, Caseville, Pigeon, and Bad Axe, and now in Marlette. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. Now let's head over to Oppenheimer, where Doug Klein is standing by, eager to give us some good news.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Well, we got green,
Yeah, you got green in the grains. That's good news.
Okay.
Crude oil was down $4.65 or so, but now is down about $1.25. So that's still good, but it was better. The dollar's very strong today, trading right around 109. That's not good. The euro fell through $1, trading at 99.37. That's not good. The yen and the Canadian dollar both trading, weaker against the U.S. dollar, so that's not good. Precious metals is kind of negative, not horrible. So anyway, here's your numbers. The September corn 629.5, up 3.5 cents. December corn 625 3/4, up 2.5. And the September of 23 corn is 602 1/4, up 3 cents. November soybeans 1425.5, up 21.5. March soybeans 1435.5, up 22. And November of 23 soybeans 1365, up 24 cents. September wheat is 771.5, up 18 1/4. The July wheat is 788, up 17. And I should say that was December wheat, 788, up 17. And July of 23 wheat, 813.5, up 15 3/4. Crude oil right now, 89.75, down $1.02. Heating oil is 371.76, that's up 5.5 cents. Gasoline is 289.63, that's down 12 cents. Natural gas is 973.60, that's up 35 cents. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar gets you 130.41 at the border, that's up 48 ticks. The dollar gets you 137.60 yen, that's up 68 ticks. The euro, 99.35, down 99 ticks, almost a penny. And the dollar's at 109.01, that's up 84.5 ticks. That's soaring pretty good. The gold is at $1735.70, down $11.90. Silver's at $18.96, down 10.5 cents. Platinum's at $865.30, that's down $22.70.
Oh,
Yeah.
little action there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you have a good one. Again, what was the wholesale gas?
Before I get distracted, the Australian Banking Organization is discontinuing loans for new diesel and gasoline powered cars. So that's how they do it.
Oh,
They don't outlaw them. They just smack you in the back of the head until you say, "I surrender."
you can't get
Can't get a
one.
loan, can't get
Yeah.
a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and gasoline is right around 290. So 355 ish.
Okay.
Huh?
All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Doug, have a good one.
Okay, you too.
Talk to you later. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Isn't that something, John?
yeah. It's
You can't get money to buy one.
if
no
you have the money,
financing.
you can get it, but you
Yeah.
can't get the money to buy it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wow. The games that they play, but they don't
Oh,
play
yes.
games over at Ed Raymond and Sons. They've been in business for over 100 years. So when you're talking Carhartts, when you're talking Red Wing shoes and boots, Stormy Cromer accessories, there's no games played. You just walk in and you get it. And if they don't have it, they'll get it for you. They are famous all across the country. They are one of the largest independent stores in the Midwest, and they do it right. Ed Raymond and Sons, 151 West Broad Street in Chesaning, celebrating more than 100 years. Check them out online by going to edraymond's.com. Eric Sawatsky joins us right after this. Do you have a yield monitor in your combine? Do you print off a pretty picture every year, but you don't know what to do with it? Why don't you have PC Ag Solutions analyze your data to help you make profitable decisions for the upcoming season? We can help you analyze your data from your planter, sprayer, or combine and compare it to your soil types and nutrient availability. Anything from the planting date to your speed, population, and variety to elevation, drainage, and in-season applications. We can help you make the most profitable decision on your farm. Call us today, 989-868-4444.
Looking for a career where every day is different? Got a knack for working on farm equipment? We're looking to grow our team. Hudson Inc., your local John Deere dealer, is responsible for keeping farmers of America running. Honest, dependable, and self-reliant mechanical technicians is who we are looking for. Hudson provides continuing education, tool allowances, and benefits. If you're interested in becoming a part of the Hudson team, go online and search Hudson Inc. Careers for more information.
Before we get to Eric Sawatsky, let's touch base real quick here with Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry, I hope you got a little rain over the weekend.
Boy, we did, Terry. Just shy of 2 inches. It was beautiful, which helps us with trying to, if we want to move our evergreens this time of year, now is the time to do that. We want to get them in before, now the new growth is hard enough. We get them before the freezes come. They get some roots out. So this is the second spring for transplanting evergreens.
It is amazing. You guys picked up that much. And I'm about 10 minutes south of you, and I got 2/10. So
well, we won this one, Terry.
Yes, you did in grand style. Congratulations. You get the trophy. We
needed it.
Man.
It'll help with the trophies of growing things. We needed it bad.
Yep,
Thanks,
we sure did. You bet. Talk to you later. Jerry Samolsky over at Bay Landscaping. Eric Sawatsky joining me right now from Yo and Yo. Eric, it was fun talking to you last week over at Agro Expo, but we chatted a little bit more about that Inflation Fighting Act there. Tell us a little bit more about how this you call it the IRA, how this thing really affects agriculture as you see it.
Yeah, Terry, there are several provisions in there that are specific for the ag sector. So just kind of wanted to touch on those. One doesn't affect us here as directly, but there is $4 billion in funding to help with the drought issues that they're having out west with the Colorado River. They really have had extreme dryness and water issues in that area. So part of it is aid going out there. But then a lot of it is geared towards conservation. Some existing programs like the CSP and the Regional Conservation Partnership Program, the RCPPP, those programs that are already existing, there's some additional funding for that. $16 billion of additional funding for those conservation programs. Then also ag credit. So it provides debt relief for distressed farm borrowers and assistance for underserved farmers and ranchers. They tried to stick some provisions like this in the American Rescue Plan that was passed a year or two ago back during the COVID relief bills. But a lot of that was blocked by the courts because it was the wording that was used at the time was all race-based and was not narrowly tailored to just meet those that had these needs. So there will be additional ag credit that is funded through this bill, especially for those farmers that have been impacted by the economy, by COVID, by other natural disasters. So that is part of it as well. There's also a measure that would help underserved farmers, ranchers, and forest landowners in high poverty areas, more geared towards ag credit. And then a lot of it, too, is renewable energy. Some existing credits, tax incentives for biofuels and renewable diesel. Those will be extended. There will be additional money going to the EPA to help carry out the Renewable Fuel Standard program. And the rural co-ops will also be provided funding to help work on some of the electrification of the rural areas through renewable energy sources. So there's a lot of money packed in a lot of different programs. And a lot of this is specific more to the ag sectors, but again, what is the impact that, and what is the cost, which we can touch on in a future call. Those are kind of more the questions in my mind.
And again, I'm taking a look at it as far as the ag sector goes. As you're describing it, it appears to me that these ag sectors that this money is intended to, they're really focusing right in on certain regions, certain areas, and certain individuals versus just agriculture in general.
Very true. Very, very little of this appears to be just something that will benefit the ag sector across the board. It does seem to be a little more special interest and some needs, but yes, very specific and very almost like they threw a dart at the dartboard here.
Yeah. Yep. They do a lot of that. Unfortunately, those darts are pretty dull. You take care, Eric. You have a great day. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Sounds great. Thanks, Terry.
You bet. We'll be right back.
It's time to think about your pig. You know, the propane tank in your backyard that heats your home? Well, there's no better company to fill your pig than Forward Energy, covering 23 counties. Forward Energy is a family-owned and operated propane supplier that's been fueling area homes, farms, and businesses since 1925. Fill your pig this year. Visit forwardenergy.com to find out about new customer pricing and programs.
Go forward with Forward Energy.
If you've got a supply of the food for an event coming up, here's the number, 989-894-5531. Kryzak's House Family Restaurant. They'll have it ready for you. Oh, you'll love it. You'll love the food. Kryzak's House, corner of Cass in Michigan and Bay City's south side. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the premier